Classic gold making video. Now today I want to share with you a couple of new ways that I've been making gold recently. It's something that I haven't talked about before in my videos, but it's something that has really helped me out when it comes to gold making, and I want to share it with you guys so you can test it out, see if it works for you. And yeah, all we have to do is trial and error, finding out what works and how well it works as well. Now for me, I've been starting to flip certain items on the auction house and having a really great success by flipping items on the auction house, and they're not even super advanced flips. You don't have to have thousands of gold to get into this, even though the more gold you have, the more items you can flip, but to get started, you don't even have to have that much gold, and you can start flipping items for insane profits really early. Now as always, if you want to have access to all of my gold farms, gold making information, profession gold making guides, stuff like that, check out my Cataclysm Classic gold making guide through the link down below. This is all the information that I have for gold making in Cataclysm, all put into one document. It is not a recurring payment, so you pay once, you have the information for a lifetime, and you will also get sent the updates to you for free when you have the guide. Now by purchasing the guide, you will also get access to a private gold making community, a Discord server, where I'm giving you guys early access to gold making videos. That means if I find a farm that is really busted, really broken, really good, I will give you guys access to it first. That way you can use it, abuse it, and make gold before that video goes public. And the same thing goes, we have a couple of videos in exclusive access. They're simply too good to be out there, and when I find more videos like that, or when I find more gold making methods like that, I will keep those videos exclusive until somebody else talks about them. So that means if nobody else shares those methods, I don't feel the need to do so either, and I would rather have those of you supporting me make a bunch of gold. So once again, if you do get the guide, join the Discord server, and if you do get the guide, thank you so much. The support really means a lot. Now let's talk about gold making in Cataclysm and the couple of ways that I've been finding recently that has really helped me out. Okay, so method number one is looking for greens and blues, aka BOEs, that are in the lower level requirements, so level 77 to level 80, for people that are leveling alt. We are now at the point in Cataclysm where a bunch of people are looking to level their alt, and especially people that have lower geared characters from Wrath, they now want to level up in Cataclysm. They want to give themselves a boost, and sometimes they don't even have the item level to queue up for Cataclysm dungeons, which is 226 I think, or something like that. So they buy enough pieces to the point where they're able to queue up for dungeons, and for the most part they're looking for pieces that their classes can use. So I usually scout through many of these greens, and I'm looking for the best ones to flip. So for example, take a look at this one, the Stagglebuck Hood of the Marksman. This one has agility, stamina, and hit rating. It's 99 gold, and then you have the Monkey, which is only agility and stamina, for 31 gold. Now I would buy these monkey items, and I would even buy this one right here, like 17 gold right here for this one. I'm gonna buy that one, try to flip that, and for the most part I've been buying all of these that are under about 40 gold each, and I'm selling them for between 100 and 250 gold. Now how much gold you sell them for really depends on a couple of things. Number one, do they have the right stats? So when it comes to leather, for example, you really want to focus on leather with agility. So you have this one, for example, hands again, 250 gold. This guy might be doing the same thing that I'm doing. And then we have over here, we have Wave Crest, only 15 gold, but it's leather with the spirit, mastery, and intellect. Now that's still super cheap, and if anyone is leveling a Boomkin, this is really good, but you want to focus on something that is viable to more than just one class. So for leather, I usually focus on agility, and for plate, for example, I usually focus on strength. Now we have this one of the Monkey, once again, 50 gold for this one. And yeah, like you just scout through these items, you look for the cheap ones. There are some possible TSM scans you can do here as well, but it gets tricky because all of these items have different names. So adding these items to a TSM scan can get tricky, and you will have to spend a lot of time doing research to find the right items to then put on. Now what you can do is look for specific items, so you can do cloth first, then leather, then mail, then plate, and look for them in that order. or just do what I'm doing now and just look through the auction house. Now, it might look like a weird and bad way to make gold, but trust me, if you buy enough of these items, you're looking at several thousands of gold that you're making from doing one scan every single day. And when I'm looking at the auction house like this, when I'm not making a video, it usually takes me about 15 minutes to look through all the items, and on average I make about 2,000 gold profit from that one scan. So 15 minutes, 2,000 gold, and it's because you can make so much gold from some of these sales. On this chest plate, for example, we have this one of the bear for strength and stamina for 48 gold, and the only one that is like close here is over 100 gold more. So buying 20 of those items on a 100 gold markup, that is 2,000 gold right there from 20 purchases. So you're flipping, you can flip these greens, you don't even have to have that much gold. If you have 200 gold, you can buy 4 greens and always put 100 gold markup, and now you turned 200 gold into 600 gold just from buying those items. And next time you do the same thing, but you buy, well, I don't know how many, but 12 items, and now you have 1,400 gold. So you're doubling your gold every single time, sometimes more than that as well. Some of them you can buy for 30 gold and sell them for 300 gold. It really just depends on the item you are buying and how much the next item is when it comes to flipping. Now, you also have to think about, these are greens, and you have to think about who actually wants to buy them, and you also have to look at, are there any crafted versions that they can buy instead, because leatherworking can make lower level crafted green items from Cataclysm materials, and tailoring as well. Tailoring can make something called death silk, I think it is, but death silk should... I have the worst time typing today. So death silk boots, for example, and death silk shoulders. So you don't want to flip shoulders, you don't want to flip the bracers, and you don't want to flip the boots, because those can be crafted from tailoring when it comes to cloth. So you want to be on the lookout for those, and do not try to flip the items that have a crafted backup. So for example, crafted feet, don't try to flip feet, even though even then some people don't know about the crafted items, and like I just showed you, the crafted items are level 80. If people have level 77 alts, they can't buy these just yet, and they might be looking at for a boost at level 77 as well. So I usually just scout through all the items, buy all the cheap ones, and try to flip them. Now you can also do the same, but only search for rare items, and well, you can take away death silk here and only search for the rare items, because some of the rare items from level 80 plus are super good, or even 78 plus. You can start finding some pretty good BOE items that are blue and therefore also have a pretty high item level. Now, for the most part here, I've been focusing on trinkets when it comes to blue items. So we have Lady Lala's singing shell, and there's one more trinket that is rarely ever on the auction house, and sometimes when it is, you can grab it super cheap, and that is the Bottled Lightning. Bottled Lightning is a intellect plus crit on use effect trinket with 292 item level, and the reason why I've been personally focusing a lot on trinkets is that a lot of people don't have the best trinket. Even if you played the Wrath expansion, you might not have the best trinket, and usually trinkets are the one slot holding you back on your item level as well. So sometimes you can find a trinket like this super cheap because people just find them while they're leveling and they put it on the auction house for whatever price. Bottled Lightning, for example, I've found for 500 gold on the auction house and resold for 2,000 gold. That is 1.5k right there. And every now and then the Lady Lala's singing shell as well. This one drops all the time in Throne of the Tides, I think it is. It should be Throne of the Tides, but it's like, I don't know. But I've seen it drop like so many times myself. And yeah, it's selling for 636 right now. Sometimes somebody put it up way too cheap, and sometimes there's not enough on the auction house to where you can actually flip this one as well. So for the blues, I usually focus on trinkets simply because they're too good, and you also have a couple of weapons that you can flip as well. a couple of blue weapons that you can flip. So for example, you have a Death Pyre Mace, and you even have a two-handed sword, even though right now the two-handed sword is a little bit too expensive to even try to flip, but sometimes once again you can grab it super cheap and sell it for way more. And weapons are kind of in the same place as trinkets, where they might be the thing holding you back, and also weapons are a direct DPS increase for pretty much anyone. So anyone looking to buy something at level 80 to increase their power, weapons and trinkets will be what they're looking at. So some of these items you can flip, make a lot of gold from, even Death Pyre Mace for example. Mini buyout for me is 350 gold, and as you can see, it's selling for, it has a market value of 500 gold, or an average sale of 432. We're not talking about massive profits per item here, but we're talking about profits that we can make on several items. So the more things you flip, the more gold you make. Now, one thing that I want to show you guys as well is the Jasper rings. And also, like all the other things, let's see if we can take a look at all of the armor types, miscellaneous, and we can take a look at rings, for example, and even amulets. But let's take a look at rings first. So we can take a look at level 79 to level 80. And we should have some blue rings to look at. The Jasper rings have been really going up in price, and if you get the right procs with the right stats here, you are making so much gold. The Jasper ring flip for me is definitely back, and the thing is, you can make Jasper rings, and you usually make profit, or at least the gold back anyway, from simply buying Jaspers and making the rings and disenchanting the rings, and then selling the enchanting materials that you get. So we have Jaspers, they're selling for 4 gold each on my server. You make it into a Jasper ring, you disenchant the ring, get materials back, and every now and then if you proc a blue, which happens more often than you think, those are selling for between 250 gold to 99 gold for most of them, some of them going down to 80 gold and some of them for 40 gold. The really bad ones, like bad stats, are usually priced less, but for the most part, like strength for example is all the way up here at 88 gold, and agility as well is all the way up here. When it comes to landslide, 99 gold, wind flurry, the agility one, 89 gold, and I've been selling a lot of these Jasper rings myself for over 100 gold, the blue ones. Meanwhile, I keep disenchanting the green ones, so the Jasper ring flip for me has definitely made a return from Jaspers going down in price. And, well, enchanting materials has also gone down in price, but in return, the blue items has gone up in price, because at level 79, you can buy 2 of these rings. You don't only have to have 1, you can buy 2 of them, and that is a very significant item level upgrade. They're 300 item level rings, and you can buy 2 of them. So it's definitely worth taking a look at the Jasper rings. You can either simply flip them, or buy Jaspers and make the rings yourself and disenchant the green ones and sell the blue ones on the auction house. For me, that one has been really good and making me a lot of gold as well. Now, one more thing that I want to show you guys is a daily rare that I've been killing a little bit recently, and it drops the Terberus's rotating bands. Now, these bands are selling for 5,000 gold on my server, and as you can see, I've sold 3 of them so far. They've been selling for between 5.7, 6.6 and 8.5. The average price that I've been selling them for here is 6.6, but they're down to 5k now, and I'm trying to sell them for 5k as well. So this one right here, it's a guaranteed drop from a rare in the open world, and what I've been doing here is literally stationed a character at this rare and logging in once, twice, sometimes 3 times per day, and simply checking if the rare is up. If the rare is up, that is 5,000 gold right in my pocket, and all you have to do is log in, like I said, like log in the morning, in the evening, or something like that, and you're good to go. Now, once again, this rare has a guaranteed drop chance on these bracers, so it's usually going to be camped, because 5,000 gold on a guaranteed drop, that's a lot, but it's still worth checking. So this rare, when he's up, he's in Deepholm, and he's located right here, like right south of Therasane's throne. He's called Terberus, as you can see right here, last seen 3 days ago for me personally. And when you're here at this place, it will be very obvious where he is. You can even use a rare scanner, for example, to get a notification, a noise notification, like a literal, literal sound when he's up. But he's going to be really easy to spot because while all of these grey worms are blue, when he spawns he's brown/orange or yellow, so he's really easy to spot as well. He's also bigger than the other worms, so yeah, super easy to notice when he's here. And by stationing a character here and logging in once or twice per day, you can find an item worth 5,000 gold on a guaranteed drop chance. If you have a level 85 character you don't play that much, it's definitely worth stationing him here and just checking once or twice every single day. And that is a little bit of an update on a couple of different and weird ways to make gold that has been helping me out a lot in my gold making process in Cataclysm. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to check out the Cataclysm Classic Goldmaking Guide through the link down below if you haven't yet. And if you do, once again, thank you so much for the support. And let me know how much gold you've made so far in the Cataclysm expansion in the comments. And let me know how you're making gold as well in the comments down below. I would love to hear some input and hear how you guys are making gold. Either way, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you again in the next video very soon.